I was getting 7, sometimes 8 hours of sleep at night, and still waking up exhausted every single morning. My cortisol was spiking before my feet even hit the floor, and I was tired, wired, and honestly frustrated because I thought I was doing everything right. It turned out that I wasn't sleeping wrong, I was preparing for sleep wrong. And when I understood that, it all shifted. I'm going to show you exactly what I stopped doing, what I changed, and why it works. And there is one that I definitely want you to stay for, which is habit number 4. It's one that nobody really talks about, but it's probably the reason why you're still waking up at 2 a.m., even when you think you had a good night's rest. It definitely changed things for me almost instantly. Before I tell you what I do, I have to tell you what I stopped doing because these 3 things were quietly working against me without me even realizing it. The first thing that I stopped was eating right before bed. And what I didn't know was that digestion raises your core body temperature, and your body can't enter that deep restorative sleep unless your temperature drops. So, if you're eating at 10 p.m. and then you're getting into bed at 10:30, you're not resting, you're processing. I used to eat late because I was pulled into my environment, whether it was free food, a meal I just knew was hard to resist. And honestly, there was something comfortable about being the girl that people knew who just loved chocolate, who loved her ice cream, and it was familiar. It was easy, but it was also something that kept me from stepping into that version of myself that I knew I could become. I had to stop letting my environment make decisions for me. So now I eat my last meal at least 3 hours before I go to sleep. That's my golden rule, and it's a form of love that I have for that future version of myself who wakes up energized and ready to take on the day. The second thing I stopped was scrolling before bed. It's not just the blue light, it's what the content does to your nervous system. You're feeding your mind stress, comparison, and noise right before you ask it to be still. You're activating that threat response right before you ask your body to feel safe enough to surrender. And then we wonder why we can't turn off. So now the phone goes in another room. That boundary changed my nights. The third, intense workouts late at night. I love a good training session. It's a non negotiable for me at this point, but I had to get honest with myself about when. For a long time, late night workouts felt productive. I was maximizing my day, but an intense workout spikes your adrenaline and cortisol, which are 2 hormones that are designed to keep your body awake. Your body needs 4 to 6 hours to come down from that. A 9 p.m. workout is stealing from your sleep, and everything downstream gets affected. Your recovery, your hormones, your mood the next morning. As soon as I moved my training earlier in the day, my sleep changed immediately. That's not just discipline, it's design. Before bed, I journal, and I have these 4 prompts that I love to use whenever I'm ready to wind down. What went well today? What could have gone better? What I learned, and a brain dump for tomorrow. That last one is the most important, and here's why. The reason why so many of us can't fall asleep is because our brain is trying to hold on to tomorrow's to do list in its working memory. It's running in the background all night, processing, worrying, cycling through everything you forgot and everything you still need to do. And the moment that you write it down, your brain essentially releases it. You've externalized it, and it's no longer your brain's job to hold it. And now you can actually rest. I think about this verse a little bit differently now because of this. Be still and know that I am God. When the sun goes down, I like to switch everything to red. My lamps, my phone, my screen, anything I'm still working by because red light is the only thing that does not interfere with melatonin production. Every other light, especially blue and white light, signals daytime to your brain. And red is what we've evolved falling asleep by. For thousands of years, humans fell asleep by firelight, that warm, red flickering light. When I switch my room to red light in the evening, it's not me being precious about it, it's me working with the biology that I was given. Your rest is meant to feel like this. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Proverbs 3:24. I sleep and wake up at the same time every day. Same time as Saturday, as Tuesday, whenever possible, I do it. Most people think about sleep as a quantity issue, like how many hours did I get? But your circadian rhythm is a 24-hour internal clock, and it's not just about how long you sleep, it's about consistency. Every time you deviate significantly, like sleeping in on weekends or staying up late and sleeping late, you are giving yourself a mild but real form of jet lag. Research shows that irregular sleep timing is associated with higher rates of depression, anxiety, and lower mood, independent of total sleep hours. So that clock matters as much as duration. I protect my sleep schedule like I protect anything else that matters to me because it does. Someone already knew this about you. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Okay, this is the one I promised you, the one nobody talks about. You're interrupting your REM cycle every night, and you might not even know it. I didn't either. I was waking up one, sometimes two times during the middle of the night to use the bathroom. I thought that that's just how it was for me, and I didn't really connect it to anything. I accepted it as normal. What recently clicked for me was this. Every time you wake up mid-sleep cycle, you're interrupting your REM sleep, the most restorative phase. The phase where your brain consolidates memory, processes emotion, and literally repairs itself. I was interrupting that every night because of water. Now I taper off at 8 p.m. I do take small sips if I'm thirsty, but I don't down a full glass of water right before bed. And that's it. It's as simple as that, and it made the most immediate difference. Rest is not a reward, it's a gift, and I was getting in the way of it. As Psalm 127:2 says, He grants sleep to those He loves. Now let yourself be loved. The last part of my night, before getting into bed, I pray. A lot of us cannot fall asleep because we're having trouble letting go. Our nervous system is still activated, still in our heads, still problem solving, still worrying about things that we can't control in that moment. Gratitude, real gratitude felt in the body, activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It's the biological off switch for stress response. When I pray, I'm not just doing something spiritual. I'm telling my body, it's okay, you can let go now. Someone else is holding on to this. The scripture that aligns with this so well is Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. And then I read a physical book, a few pages, sometimes a few paragraphs, not my phone, not content, just words on a page, and then I sleep. Sleep is not passive. It's one of the most active, most restorative things your body does. It's when you repair, when you regulate, when you heal. You were not given this body to run it into the ground and just push through it all. You were given it to steward it, to tend it, to honor it. I've put together a 1-page sleep prep checklist, everything I do laid out for you, so you can start tonight. It's free. Links in the description so you can have access to the newsletter and the PDF. Start with one and move from there. Let me know in the comments which one you're choosing. If you're on this journey of stewarding who God made you to be, subscribe and stay close. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.